G'day cobbers, I'm trying to get out of Dushanbe, heading north into the Fann Mountains, but essentially Tajikistan, outside of like Dushanbe, outside of the capital city, does not have a public transport system. So wherever you're trying to get to in Dushanbe, you are gonna there's multiple shared taxi stands dotted around the city, and depending on where you're heading, as in I'm heading north, you have to come to a shared taxi stand north. So you have to like pretty much jump in the cab, and then once you get to the shared taxi stand, which is this, cars and taxis and things like that around, that's when your negotiating skills have to come into play because there's no set price on anything, and they'll all sort of give you a price tag on what it costs to go by yourself, because you're, well, for me, I'm a Westerner, so they assume that you don't want to share. So they'll give you this exorbitant price, but that's not the shared price. So then you have to try to explain to them, which is difficult if you don't speak Tajik or Russian, that you want to share, but you get there. You want to share, you get there. And so anyway, then you'll have like various taxi drivers fighting each other, fighting for your business, all that, playing each other, and it's a bit of fun and games. They're all having a bit of a laugh. They're all sort of seem to be mates. So you just kick back and let them do the arguing amongst themselves, really. And then you've got, hello, how are you, sir? Salam alaikum. Doing okay? Okay. So everyone's friendly around here. And then you got to wait for your car to fill up. So I've negotiated a price of 350. What was your name again, mate? Some more. Jacob. Okay. This guy's been trying to like get me into the other car, and he keeps getting told off by the other car's driver. So where was I? Yeah. Once you've worked out a price, I've worked out 350 samoni all the way to Iskanderkul, Lake Iskanderkul. But then, essentially, you could be waiting hours until your car fills up with people. And there's not a lot of people here. This one here is sort of filled up. That's heading further north than where I've got to go. My driver seems to be the lone driver. I've got the the lone soul. So he's which is kind of why he's trying to push me into paying full price. But anyway, we'll wait and see how this goes. I'll give myself plenty of time. It's only 10 in the morning. It's about 5 hours to Lake Iskanderkul, maybe. We'll see how that goes, because time is a relative construct here in Tajikistan. Right on. 3 hours later and still no sign of moving anywhere. 3 hours. God, come on, guys. Hello fun freaks, I'm here at Lake Iskanderkul. Lake Iskanderkul. Lake Iskanderkul is meant to be a super blue lake. We're going to go check that out. I don't think it will be super blue, but I'm staying in this, check it out, in this little it's kind of like, so this is a proper old Soviet camp. Like, and I've passed through these places like in the middle of winter in, I don't know, Transnistria or something like that. And you're like, far out, who stays in these places? Me now, me. So it's so Soviet. This place is awesome. Like nothing's changed here since, I don't know, the 70s. There's the cool old chairs out here, little cabins everywhere. So my little cabin just down here is beautiful. Like right now, compared to like, so Dushanbe is about 43. It's been sitting about that, 43 degrees. It's lovely and cool up here. So it's nice. So here's my little Soviet room. How good is this? Light, not working. But I'm only paying 80 samoni, which is about $8 US. And I get an open box. Oh yeah. All right then. Let's go check out this lake and the rest of this Soviet camp. Okay, while walking through an old, I'm chucking it out there, 70s, an old 70s Soviet holiday camp, one should drink a Russian beer, bit of Baltica. Delicious. So it really looks like I went and checked out the ablutions block. Doesn't even look like anyone's cleaned it since the 70s. So a couple of little maintenance issues going on here. You know, we're like July, peak season. Clearly the lawnmowers of Dushanbe haven't made it to here yet, but it gives it a bit more of that Soviet feel about it. So have we got some holiday? Hello, how are you? Hey, you guys have got the setup. This looks good. Okay, so they got their picnic going. They're on their family holidays. What are we today? Tuesday. Apparently on the weekend this gets pretty hectic up here. So I've missed the weekend crowds. But imagine this, like, I'm just walking around here. Besides the fact that there's a couple of people sort of roaming around, I feel like I am just in an abandoned Soviet camp. Hey, like it doesn't feel like there's no signs of life out anywhere here. But there's a few people kicking around. Well, they got tents and stuff. So these people this is how the Tajik go camping. So good on them. They got a little setup. Maybe I'm doing it all wrong, spending 80 samoni in a room. I should be down. What am I doing? I've got a tent. God, I'm an idiot. I hate myself. Ah, well, we'll move on from self-disgust and check out what is going on down here at Lake Iskanderkul. Oh man, look at that, look at this. They got a big communal fire pit. Yes, somebody else has had themselves a little beer ski here. Let's do a bit of old. This is when the Australian Jake comes out. Yeah, he's got to check how long it's been since there's been anyone around here. So what we do is we get down close to the fire. We just check for warmth. Okay, this fire here has been cold for at least 48 hours. Righto. The trail's gone cold. No one's been here lighting fire since the weekend, I'd say. Yeah, there's a good 48 hour in that one. Hey, we've got a jetty. People are out here in a blow up canoe thing. Shit, yeah. This is what life's all about in Tajikistan. Oh, I was going to stay one night, but you know, as the old adage goes, when life throws you 1970s Soviet camps in the mountains, one must soak those mountains in a little longer. And that's what I might do. By the way, we're in the Fann Mountains here, in the kind of the northwest. So not in the Pamirs anymore. Pretty cool looking mountains. pretty grey looking lake. The photos of this, if you Google it, it looks like this iridescent-y kind of turquoise. But what happens at this time of year in summer, all the snow melt and glacier melt and everything from the mountains all comes down and brings with it all the silt and turbulence and stirs it all up and brings in a lot of sort of impurities and turns it into a grey colour. The big black cloud up here is not helping that. So yeah, so I think the best time of year to come here for swimming is summer. The best time coming here for Instagram pics is probably autumn. So work out what's the priority to you. Only you know you. Do you? So I'm down here with my legs in what feels like the coldest water on the planet. It's like it's just like, it's like it's snow melt, which it is. Bloody freezing. Old mate over here, he had a good point. He said, I don't know if it's Tajik or Russian, but I'll do Russian voice. He said, the only thing that will get you in the water is vodka. The only thing that will help you when you get out of the water, vodka. Unfortunately, I only have pivo, no vodka. So, vodka for the win. Told him we should get the fire going. He's like, well, we tried this. Not enough wood, plenty of vodka. Dobre utro, friends. Good morning. I had a lovely night last night, although the food here is not anything to write home about. It's pretty basic. You get a bit of grilled fat and an onion for dinner. Breakfast isn't that much better, but it's cheap. It's cost me only 200 somoni for a couple of beers last night, dinner, if you want to call it that, breakfast and accommodation. So you can't just, that's better than a smack around the ears with a cold kipper, isn't it? And what is also better than a smack around the ears with a cold kipper is this morning. The lake is looking decidedly blue this morning, or green, jade, what do we call it? It's looking delicious is what it's looking. It's a beautiful day here in the Fann Mountains. The lake is bloody freezing. I sort of half got up with intentions of, no, I'll have a morning swim, but there's absolutely zero way of warming up. There's no hot water or anything like that, so you'll be pretty cold for a while. And I think I'm going to leave tonight, although it's great. Yesterday I was like, kicking back with the pivo. I was having a beer with, there was a whole group who were just on a day trip actually, and they invited me to Khojand, the second biggest town in Tajikistan in the north, formerly known as Leninabad. I didn't get any of their details, so I don't know. They're like, come to Khojand, we'll have fun. So, unless they spot me wandering around the town. But I had a bit of a look into it last night, and Khojand, which I wasn't going to go to, I was going to go to Panjikent and then scoot across the border off to Uzbekistan, but I think we'll go to Khojand. It looks like it should be a great little town. I have no idea how to get there. It's about, I don't know, 6, they said 5 hours, so let's go with 6. Let's go with 10 because I don't have my own car and there's not many people around. So it was pretty eerie last night. There's a trekking group here from Czechia, the Czech Republic. So I was having a chat with them, but they're heading off. But otherwise, a lot of the people that were here yesterday are just on day trips from Dushanbe or from Khojand, and then they leave. So I was pretty much in an abandoned Soviet camp all night, so it was a little bit creepy. I went for a wander around. So anyway, good fun. And I think today, hey look, My head lines up perfectly with the Fann Mountains. Look at that. How does one block the Fann Mountains? Oh, the fun you can have with your bull dome. Anyway, I'm going to pack my bag and work out how the hell to get out of here, because there's not over on the way to anywhere. So anyway, let's see how that goes.